Hello everybody and welcome to the Monday community meeting for SUMO. It's the 6th of July 2015 and we're all back from different trips, actually one big trip together and travels after that as well. And this is the first SUMO community meeting in 2 weeks, so you may expect a lot of updates, but actually we're going to keep it short and sweet for the people who have loads of catching up to do, because I think a lot of us are still drowning in email and information and so on. Like I spent a good 3 hours today trying to catch up with everything. So thank you for everybody who sent us messages. We are officially back right now, and we're going to be catching up with everybody and replying to your emails and making sure that your questions and concerns get answered. With that, we're going to move over to the agenda, and the first thing is a roundtable, and there's 2 items there. But before we start going through that, does anybody have any points to make or anything to add or anything to mention very quickly?
Oh, okay. Can I talk?
Sure.
Oh, I would like to know I would like to thank the awesome folks from, I believe it's Mozilla SUMO Bangladesh, who get the graphics for our red hoodies. I made the red hoodies, but without the awesome graphics from Bangladesh volunteers, I would not have a hoodie.
Yep.
The people who couldn't make it.
Yep.
The people who couldn't make it, we will mail their hoodies this week or next week. Probably some this week, some next week.
Plus
anyway,
on that, they really
if the Bangladesh people have any more graphics, oh my gosh, please send them my way. Or Orlando, we need something. Thank you.
That is very true, and I think it's a very cool example of community-powered community, because you gave us a really cool design, and we turned into really cool hoodies, and then we have this limited edition, because I think we have to make a point. It's limited edition. It's only like one off, and there's only 12 of them, I think. So that's it. They're very special. So yeah.
Should I bring one over to show? Because I actually have 2 that I need to send out to people who couldn't make it. Because I feel that we're teasing here, but we're not showing them.
I don't know. I don't think it's a fashion
at
show.
the end of the meeting.
Precisely. Okay. Okay. So does anybody else have any other updates, or can we move on? Going, and gone. Okay. So let's go for the roundtable. So first of all, just about the Whistler work week, just a very quick note. There is a blog post that kind of summarizes some of the things that we talked about, but as it mentions in the blog post, it's just the tip of the iceberg. So there has been loads of discussing and chatting and talking about different things and looking at stuff and official and unofficial stuff. So we cannot really summarize it anyway whatsoever, but we'll do our best with Madalena and Joni to kind of put all the notes that we have and figure out what are the action items and the next steps from all the meetings we had. And there will be, I think we will share them as action items with everybody through the forums, and we'll try to figure out what are the next steps. And then for some of these, we'll actually definitely be inviting people to jump in and participate, because there are some of the items there that we definitely should own as staffers and lead the charge on that. But for some of them, it's pretty much community driven, because you're going to be the main people using that as well as contributors, as members of the community. So we will definitely need your input and feedback and ideas and notes, and generally you driving some of the initiatives we're going to come up with. One thing off the top of my head is, for example, the SUMO event kit, which we're going to try and build, but there will be loads of space to add stuff, to expand it, to come up with ideas and so on. So that's just one example, and there's probably going to be more things like this. Madalena, do you have anything to add here, or did I just say the right thing?
Oh, you pretty much summed it up quite well. No, it was great. I think there's still a lot to talk about and share when it comes to the Whistler work week. We're just like all of us are still kind of like recovering. I'm just back from a week off. So there will be definitely more stuff coming your way this week. And yeah, we're looking forward for your feedback and everything. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who was able to make it. I hope you guys had a great time. We surely did have a great time, and I feel that we have achieved a lot. And I hope that we can continue doing this in the future to have more and more people joining us and, accomplish amazing things.
Okay, this is kind of the break where I give people some time to jump in, and you can still interrupt me while I'm talking right now, but then I'm going to move on to the next agenda point. So we have a Twitter support emergency, and I just wanted to thank Moin for being awesome and talking to the user. But this is something I'm pointing out to Madalena right now because I actually noticed it in the last 45 minutes. This is something that we have a user complaining about not being able to use a fresh Firefox installed properly. So if we have the time to look at this later on, Madalena, that would be good. Just saying, I'm just bringing it right now. Okay, and it's army of awesome stuff anyway. And I think Moin did a good job of just being there for the user. But since we got looped in, we should figure out what to do with that. Okay. Yep. And then we're going to move on to the agenda. So first of all, we have a list of contributors of the week. And first we have Scribe UK. So who's a new contributor, at least in the questions forum, because I think Scribe has been around for a while. And he's getting thumbs up from Ideato for being really good and accurate and positive. So yeah, exactly. More scribes. We need to clone Scribe, that's it. And thank you for being there, and thank you for answering the questions from the users that we get in the forums. I also wanted to mention Michael Buruma, who's doing a really cool job of just being friendly and welcoming to all of the people who are jumping into our forums for the first time, and they're just announcing that they arrived and they have no idea what to do and where to go. And he's there, he's messaging them, he's replying to their questions, or he's just saying hello, this is what you can do and so on. So really, thank you for that, Michael. Really appreciate that. And Moin, on the same note, because I keep seeing him on Twitter answering loads of stuff, and he mentions the SUMO Twitter account as well. So he's doing a very good job of actually raising awareness that there is proper support for Firefox and not only Firefox. So thank you for that, and yeah, keep rocking Twitter with us. Does anybody have any other mentions, honorable mentions, nominations?
I don't have any other mentions. I just want to congratulate everybody for making it to the list of contributors of the week. It's been great to see that although we were away, there are a lot of people who kept things going, so that's awesome. Thank you very much. And I think we should make it a best practice to make sure that these people that are nominated actually know, because I'm not sure how many are watching the meeting. So let's make sure that we also write to them.
There will be things or mentioned. Absolutely, yes. Okay, totally, we're going to do that. Yep. Okay, so now let's move on to the SUMO development update. And I think, Ashikur, since you joined us, you always have this very noisy microphone, which is cool because we know you joined us. But can you mute, please? I will. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's great to have more of you on the conference call. That's really great. But there we go with Kadir.
All right, so I have a quick update here. We are working on the unified Ask a Question flow that's built into this quarter. Mike is working on the mock-up that he actually presented during the last platform meeting, and you can see the screenshot there. Other than that, we're working on our 25% items. There should be something for everyone there. So pretty much a mixed bag of different things. For Elton and for KB editing. Yeah.
Okay, does anybody have any questions to Kadir or comments or any immediate notes to make about this? Oh yeah, remember that there's a platform meeting this week, of course. Thank you very much for the reminder, Kadir, there. It's going to happen on Thursday again, so be there or be square, or triangle, or circle, whatever you prefer. Okay, now we're going to move over to Firefox Desktop. Mark.
Yeah, I hope all you can hear me all right. I got a bit of a cold. So the biggest update right now is that we did release 39 last week. Everybody probably saw that by now. But I would like if contributors could send me any bugs that they're seeing as really common on the forums. Philip's already been doing this in the thread for that version in the contributor forums. You can post them there, or you can send them to me directly, because I'm going to the Firefox development meeting and sharing with them what are the top issues that we're seeing. This week, and I think maybe next week, or I'm not actually sure how long, Tyler from User Advocacy is out, and he normally handles these kinds of things from what they're seeing on the User Advocacy side. I'm not sure how much of that's going to be done while he's out, but I think we have an opportunity here to use the support forums to kind of judge what are some common things that are happening and that are annoying users. So if you see things a lot on support forums, let me know, either in that post or in a message on IRC or an email. My profile, my SUMO profile, is in the Etherpad here, so you can get my email and my IRC and all that there if you don't have it already. That's all for Firefox.
Cool. Any questions, comments, notes to make?
Yeah, so Tyler had a baby. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Tyler's wife had a baby, sorry. And yeah, Android was released too, but there's not much in there. But thank you.
Okay, so we're moving over to you. Yes. Oh, sorry, Firefox OS as well. Joni, are there any particularly interesting or important updates straight away after this whole big thing that we had in Whistler, or?
No, not yet, but we are going to start updating, or we have started updating version 2.2. So, yeah, that's about it for now.
Okay. Okay, so Firefox Android, Roland, you said that it was released and not much else was happening?
Yeah, there isn't much updates here. I mean, you can look at the release notes. Thank Mark. I was away, and Mark posted the release notes to Android as well. And it's a long, hot summer of awesomeness, but not much happening in Android land. I think we're gearing up for the fall campaign and for other Android efforts. Pretty quiet, though, on the Android front.
Before we jump on, just very quick hellos to Michael Bluma, who joined our meeting. So that's great to have him there watching somewhere. Yay, we can all wave at you and whatnot. Anyway, let's move on then. No updates for Firefox iOS other than Heather and Richard rocking. Keep rocking. And
yeah, so I'm looking into getting iOS devices for people if we can find a budget. It was mentioned at Whistler that maybe we could get some iPod Touches for selected volunteers. So I'm going to work with Madalena, who I didn't talk to her about this, but it's not a big surprise that we would try to get volunteers awesome devices that run our products.
Cool. And for Thunderbird, there are no updates. I just have a question on that. Maybe we can bring it up here, because I was actually messaged by Matt about. He was wondering about international communities other than English communities or support channels for Thunderbird. So I think, I haven't heard of anything, but then again, I haven't really followed Thunderbird much.
Come on, Matt. Matt, come on. Just kidding. Matt knows. He's just forgotten. The Japanese have their own community. Works well. The Germans, as Kadir could probably remember, I don't remember the name of the German support forum, not run by SUMO. The French as well. So in terms of, is Matt looking for healthy communities? There are healthy communities, I believe, around Thunderbird support in Japanese, French, and German, for sure.
Okay, well, yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to mention it to him. Thank you for bringing this up. I also sent him to the general communities page, which lists all the communities, like Mozillian communities around the world, because I assume, if there's a site for a community, like let's say Mozilla Germany, or should I say Mozilla Deutschland actually, then there's going to be links there as well. So that's probably a good place to check, and there's the whole list there. So it's
and of course, Mozilla Hispano, I'm pretty sure that they're up to date. You could just contact anybody, any of the leaders, the volunteer leaders in Hispano. I know it's a big organization, but I'm sure they could put, if he's looking for Spanish or Portuguese, he could easily find that too. Anyways, if you've got an email, just forward it to me, and I will. I'm no longer working on Thunderbird as of tomorrow as an employee, but I am still willing to be consulted. So please, I could classify this under the category of consulting. So please forward the email from Matt if you have one, or a private message from Matt, and I will respond. So you don't have to do it.
Cool.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to. Thank you, Roland. Okay. Then we're moving on to the community updates, unless people have questions or comments about Thunderbird, but I don't hear anybody going me. So that's it. Too late. So first of all, for the community part, there is a SUMO community tour of Bangladesh preparing. There's a plan, and there's loads of interesting things possibly planned for this. What we're going to do is we're going to discuss it over the next few days with Madalena, with Patrick, with Joni as well. We're going to mention this to everybody, and we're going to see what we can do to support the plan. So we're going to have more news about this before the end of the week. So thank you for planning this, Ashikur, and the whole crew of. I mean, I should have a list of names here, like for all the people in Bangladesh, with all the names. But thank you for planning this. It looks really cool. We'll figure out what we can do to help you with that. Other than that, the Bangladesh community has been rocking the KB, and they have reached several milestones here, including the localization of top 100 KB articles. So refreshing some of the content that's out of date. That's really cool as well. And there's a correction sprint going on as well for the SUMO knowledge base. So yeah, loads of great work for all the different KB articles that we have, as usual. So keep rocking, and it's really, really cool that I'm really looking forward to the SUMO tour. Like, I wonder what we can do for it, and I'm really curious how it's going to look like. I'm expecting photos. That's going to be the least I expect, of really cool photos of people smiling and having loads of fun while doing really cool stuff. Any comments or questions around that? Since I think we have Ashikur in the room. Okay, so knowledge base, Joni.
Yeah, so now that version 40 is on beta, we are starting updates this week. One of the updates will be a Windows 10, make Firefox default on Windows 10 article, and it's going to be a little bit different. We are going to make it more interactive. So I'll have more details. I'm meeting with the marketing team this afternoon, and we'll see what that looks like in the coming weeks. And yeah, if you see any features or that we've missed in the spreadsheet, please go ahead and drop them on the spreadsheet. That's it.
Okay, any questions or comments to Joni? If no, we can move on. Okay, so Elton. So one of the many things that we discussed, and one of the many things that's kind of on my shoulders from Whistler, is a tutorial video for Elton. This has been brought up during our discussion about making Elton a bit better and easier and more accessible to new people, new contributors in SUMO. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish a first version of the script for a video, or actually a series of shorter videos, because one video of 30 minutes, that wouldn't be really good. So it's going to be probably a series of shorter videos explaining how to localize SUMO for your language. And I will ask people to look into the script, actually tell me if it makes sense, because maybe what I'm going to be writing is going to be confusing, or, I'm not a movie director or a script writer, so even tutorial videos, it should be easy enough, but I will definitely need your help and input to make sure it actually works. And what we're going to do is then I'm going to record a video in the coming week after that, hopefully, and put it online, and then there's going to be subtitles. The subtitles can be localized. We're going to work on it later. That's going to be a good video also to practice subtitle localization on my side as well, just to make sure we use the right tools to do it. And then that video is going to be added to the documentation we have right now to make it more interactive or more rich in cool media that we can use. So I know that Heather has a video of me singing a song in Whistler, but yeah. That's not going to be that's not going to be added to the KB at any point whatsoever. So that's a different thing. Yeah. But there's going to be a video of me talking about Elfanet. That's definitely it. And my face is not going to be in it, so don't get too happy. Other than that, we have new localized for Arabic and Wolof. They're ramping up. They're just starting. Thank you for joining, and really looking forward to seeing you update the KB for those two locales. Wolof especially, because we're launching Senegal and whatnot. So there's places that require content for Firefox OS, and we're going to be working on that. Arabic is more or less the same as well. As I said, we have new people on board, so say hi to them if you see them in the forum on IRC. I know that there's already, for example, Synergy. That's one of the usernames that we have, and this is a new contributor for Arabic, and he's pretty active on IRC already and localizing as well. So great to have you on board. And that's generally it. Any questions or any comments for me? Oh yeah, and the Bangladesh community, of course.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
The swag, I believe, was a success for Whistler, except for Jay's being too small. But I would love feedback, and I would love suggestions for Orlando. I'm in charge of swag. I'm the dictator of swag. No, I am the disc coordinator of swag for volunteers, self-appointed. So if anybody has any thoughts, please share them with me on this Etherpad or email IRC. What can we get our awesome volunteers who will be attending Orlando? Should we get other hoodies in a different color? What should we do? Let me know.
So, Roland, I think first of all you should change your title to the Jean-Paul Gaultier of SUMO, and then we're going to we can work from there.
Okay. I like the idea of me being a designer. I need a pony.
Totally. Okay.
And it's about the volunteers, the swag. I don't care about employees. Sorry, employees.
So I have my own branded T-shirt for a totally different.
I don't want to know about your Minecraft generated T-shirts.
No, this is actually just food. That's it. It's about good food. Okay, so support forum. I see that there are no updates, and we lost Madeleine as well because apparently the Berlin office has issues with internet as always. Just a very quick story for those who have no idea about the Berlin Moss space. There is this one guy in the staircase who keeps standing there and stealing the internet, and he keeps coming and he's always there. Seriously. And
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding. He's been there like forever. And when I was visiting the Berlin Moss space, I was like, maybe you should like talk to him, or I don't know. And, yeah. So I assume this is the one guy who just keeps hacking everybody around there and just keeps stealing everybody's bandwidth.
You know what
That's my theory.
He's mining Bitcoin for Greece. That's what he's doing.
Most likely. Most likely. Okay, so with no support from updates, there will be some decision action items for the next meeting. They're going to simply come up they're going to be updates to what we actually brought up here, so I'm going to update this section with the next steps for different things that were mentioned by people for the things in the agenda. And remember that we have a SUMO blog, and remember that we have a SUMO Twitter account, and you can check admin availability this week. Ron is going to be in and out, like that burger place in California. And does anybody have any last minute things? You don't know In-N-Out Burger? Come on, you should know.
It's awesome.
It's one of the companies with secret menus. Red lemonade.
Oh, maybe we should have secret swag for Orlando. So if you attend every meeting and I give you the password, I'll hand it over to you in Orlando. If not, oh well.
It's a good idea. I have an idea about swag, but we have to talk about it in secret because it's going to be a secret idea.
It's
and Heather already gave us already gave us a good idea about rocks. So we'll see.
Flip-flops? Oh.
No, rocks. There's going to be rocks saying SUMO because SUMO rocks. So you know, very meta. Okay. So I'm giving everybody 2 more minutes or 1 more minute to think about anything else they want to add or say, and I'm going to kind of keep my voice going very low so you have the time to think about it. And if nobody has anything else to add or mention, I'm going to assume that this is going to be it for the first meeting after the Whistler Work Week, which was loads of fun and loads of interesting discussion. And we shall see you most likely on the Thursday platform meeting. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Keep the messaging and other things coming our way. We are all back, more or less. So yeah, let us know if you need us. And that will be it. Okay, thank you everybody for attending. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening and talking. And we'll see you around.
Bye everybody.
Take care.